Welcome to History Online class. I'm your history teacher. My name is Ananya Shaha. Today we start with our first chapter, the study of history. Our first topic is why history is interesting. So history is all about past. By history, we can find out how people lived in the past. For example, where they live, how they cook their food, how they travel, how they eat, what they do in their free time, and so on. We can know all those things through history. How we can understand the today's world through history. History helps us to understand the world today. We learn how our government, our laws, our ways of life began. We also learn why people in other countries have different governments, laws, and ways of life. This helps us to understand more about other people. Learning from the past. What we learn from the past. We must try learn from the mistakes people have made in the past. Perhaps we can make the world a better place to live in. BC. The full form of BC is before Christ. Time before the Christ was born is called BC. For example, if you were born in 100 BC and lived for 70 years, then basically you died in 30 BC. AD. The AD full form is Anno Domini. It means year 1 is the year when Jesus Christ was born. Anno Domini is a Latin word which means in the year of our Lord. For example, if you were born in AD 30 and lived 70 years, then you died in AD 100. How can we find about the past? We can find about the past in 4 different ways. For example, we can find through stories, writing, things people made, or buildings. Stories. We can learn about the past through stories. People told stories before writing began about what happens to them. Parents told stories to their children, and when they grew up, they told the same stories to their generation. What is writing? People first learned to write about 6,000 years ago. At first, writing was just pictures. Slowly, the picture changed into words. People first wrote on things like oracle bones, clay tables, and stones. Real paper was invented in China about AD 100. Things people made. People made things long before they could write. They also drew pictures on rocks. Buildings. Pyramid tells us that the kings of ancient Egypt were very powerful. It took many years and thousands of men to build the pyramid. Archaeology. Archaeology means finding out about the people of the past by digging up the things they have left behind. We can find their bones and the things they made in stones, pottery, and metal. This tells us a lot about what people looked like and how they lived. Sometimes we can get an idea of the things they believed in, like religion. Archaeology is the only way of finding out about the past before people learned to write. Archaeology can tell us about the people who lived 2 million years ago. Thank you, students. That's all for today. See you in the next class.